We're drilling with the Cambridge and Natick dive teams. If we have a water incident in Wellesley, this is who we'll be calling as our divers.
What does a water incident encompass?
Anybody missing or presumed underwater.
Mm-hmm. And so what kind of techniques are you going to be using?
We're going to be using a standard search technique where we put divers in. They'll be tethered to shore and they'll have a tender and they'll be sweeping back and forth across the last known position of the missing person.
Okay, so I guess this is just basically to find a body, basically.
It depends on water temperature and a lot of other circumstances, age of the victim. Sometimes younger people will survive better than older people.
All right, so this is kind of cool that you're all working here together.
It's a great system. It's we have the fire departments have a great mutual aid system where we help each other out.
So it has 5 thrusters overall. So it has full capabilities, almost from like a joystick, like a PlayStation type of controller on the computer unit. 2 vertical thrusters, 2 stern thrusters that are for fore and aft, and then it has what you call like a tunnel thruster, so that it can laterally walk itself either way. Depending on how you adjust the joystick. So it looks like pretty simple looking. So if I turn the knob left or right, the ROV will actually turn left and right by running one prop forward, one reverse. If I lateral it left or lateral it right, it will do so and just move this way. If I move it back, same thing. It will actually reverse or astern. This control here is your depth. So the more you'll hear it spin up, that would send it down, okay, and vice versa. Bring it back up, and once you're in one of those headings, you could hit one of the automatics to keep your depth, to keep your heading, to keep whatever you like. It does have a light, like I said, you really typically can't see much. It has sonar, it has camera and video. It can only see what a human would see, in the video aspect. Obviously the sonar has a different capability of it. I'm not great at sonar. Maybe somebody was in the Navy and is more into it. Sonar is tough. You could be looking straight at something and not understand it at all and think it's nothing. But if you get the view from over here, the different profile, you'll make out it's a person, it's a shopping cart, it's whatever it is. One of the easiest ways to operate this is to run it on the surface to wherever you think it's supposed to go. Because trying to control it with a bearing and directions from here underwater, it's pointless really. If somebody points, they went in over there, we're going to run this on the surface to over there and then drop it down and try to do a 360 best we can. The last guy to use this operationally, they had a car in Spot Pond in Arlington. The people said the car went in right there. They threw this in the water. I don't think he really knew exactly where to go, but he ended up driving right into the trunk that was open for some reason, I believe. It can go in any temperature. We've never run it under the ice or anything, but would be willing to, I believe, as long as there was a reason to. And that should be good. Once it's in enough depth, just let it go. It should hang out kind of neutral. So if anyone wants to look at the screen, as soon as it's in the water, you'll start getting a sonar signature. So before this went in the water, this was just all black. Now you're showing the reds and the yellows.
In the event of somebody going through the ice, all these teams have the capability to go underneath the ice. The survivability of a person during the winter event to go under the ice is dramatically increased to about 45 minutes. People have been recovered and survived. So we practice with these teams on a couple times a year. They also have, as we just saw, robots that they can put under the ice and begin to look for look for the individual, and then put the diver right in to make a quick recovery. And with the vehicles they have, they're getting dressed en route, and and it's right upon arrival. As soon as we can identify where they went in from bystanders by marking the location of the last sighting of a person or the hole in the ice, we're able to working with them to try and effect a rescue.
This is a dry suit. So
Dry suit.
when we go in, it keeps us completely dry and out of the elements.
So in really cold water, it's not you're going to be handled better.
Correct.
And what other advantages does it have?
It keeps all the hazardous materials off us. We're diving with like cars or gas or oil. Keeps us protected, and allows us to put our full face masks on to go diving as well.
Now, were you diving before you got into the fire department?
I was not. No, this is all started when I got here.
Cool. Do you do it for fun now?
I do. A lot of fun.
You're all set, yeah. Does it feel comfortable? You already done a safety check? No. It's good. Easy to get on. Yeah, when you're trying to get off. So, some people like you gotta get.
So
You get what you get.
persons in the water, they report it to us. They don't know. People don't really know, right? They have a bad sense of like where things end up in the water. So they're like, I don't know. I think it's over here. I think he was out there somewhere. So you're gonna pick 2 points in the horizon. All right. So I'm gonna pick this white dock that's straight out from us across the river, across the water, and I'm gonna pick that White House. See the White House across the way? None of this is gonna matter to you because you're gonna be submerged, but I'm just gonna let you know that that's gonna be your search pattern. That's the arc I'm gonna have you swim. All right? And I'm gonna have you, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get in the water, you're gonna walk backwards and face me, and then you're gonna walk out to the point that you have to negotiate over these obstacles, try to get over them, and then I want you to swim backwards so that the rope's in front of you, and I'll tell you where to stop and where to submerge. All right? Because we want you to come up looking like a rock star. So I want you to bundle that dummy. And then you're gonna swim to the surface, but you need to be able to get to your inflator without losing the dummy. So think about all those things before you start the surface, okay? All right. Can you come on and just wait out and grab the dummy from him? Good job.